That was a very, very bad idea.
Just breathe, Abe. We'll get through this just fine.
It knows we're here, Janet. There's nothing holding it back. FlatHill is open.
You'll have to forgive my colleague, Abe. He's had a bit of a shock. We tried to get out through FlatHill, and, well, some people died. Then, some genius deactivated the composer containment system. So, clearly, we need to find another exit out of here. And that's looking like manufacturing west. I don't exactly enjoy the idea, but our options are limited.
The fog is coming. Janet, what are we going to do?
We're going to head through manufacturing, then take the surface tunnel out of here. When you're ready, Abe. So, just try to calm down.
Manufacturing? It's huge. We'll never make it. I'm 83% sure we're doomed.
I told you, it's gonna get worse before it gets better.
Why are you still here? Are you insane?
What are you waiting for? Get to manufacturing. We'll be along as soon as Abe's feeling better.
We need weapons. Big laser guns.
Sure, Abe. We'll get you your big lasers. Listen, we're not staying here 1 minute longer than we have to. I just need to look after my colleague first.
This song, it was beautiful. Terrifying, but beautiful.
Abe, please pull yourself together.
So that's Abe and Janet. These two are going to be some recurring faces that we'll probably see later on as we continue getting deeper into gate facilities. There's a lot to do with them. There's a lot of notes about, specifically from Abe. He's like one of the top researchers here, so despite his kind of goofy mentality, he is a very smart guy, and we'll be seeing some of his work later on. But now that we have this power cell, we can take it up to that forklift and open the door to Manufacturing West. Right. And it looks like Grayson has gotten up and left after we bandaged him. Let's see, door opening up here. It's a cool little sequence, actually using the forklift to open the door up. But I am going to get a few more things done before we actually head into Manufacturing West. So, just going to speed this up here. We are going to be heading back into FlatHills again. Particularly, we are looking to try and get at least one of those mailboxes, and we'll see. I'll show you why soon. In particular, it has to do with materials that we're going to find in Manufacturing West, but it's going to help us with storage for those radioactive power cells. That way, when I'm standing next to the power bench or my workbench, it's not going to be constantly radiating me. So, just gonna work our way back over to FlatHill again, and get inside. Here we go. You can see that Marion's not here anymore. Sneak by this guy again. These guys aren't actually that difficult to sneak by. There's plenty of mailboxes but to try and get these out of, but you can kind of see, because my construction skills fairly low, I'm not having the best of luck with it actually getting it. Okay, there we go. That's what we needed. So we're gonna bring this back with us. And we might end up coming back here later when the portal resets. Just gonna hide in here. Let this guy pass me by. Alright, we're gonna read a little bit about these guys to you while we get through. So we have the composer. This is IS-0064. Containment protocol. Effective containment of non-adjusted IS-0064 specimens requires the facility to be located at least 2,000 meters away from perforation phenomenon. All locations are to be equipped with perforation suppressing fields, backup power, and fully hermetically sealed. Acoustic baffling is recommended, as the long-term effects of exposure to the composer's songs are currently unknown. Named after the haunting and thus untranslated melodies it emits while moving, the composers appeared in FlatHill directly after Gate's first successful perforation experiments, bringing with them the mists that enshroud the town. Subjects appear to be constrained in their territorial movement by geomagnetic and telluric currents endemic to the local area. This process is poorly understood at present. An alternative theory proposed by Dr. Abe Stern suggests that IS-0064's exploration of the local area is limited by conditions in its home antiverse, which now obtrude the vicinity of FlatHill. Evidence for this possibility is still pending. So it sounds like Gate had their own kind of Cascade residence in FlatHill, like Half-Life, which seems to have invited the composers from their own dimension into FlatHill, where they've brought the fog with them. Speaking of the fog, we now have the fog phenomenon happening right here. So there's a weather system in this game where after you reach certain points, new weathers are available, in this case the fog phenomenon, which is bringing in the fog from FlatHill, which we don't really want. So I'm going to go up to the portal area there and show you guys that button back there will actually get rid of this for us. But you can also just wait until the next day and it should end for weather effects in general. So speaking of FlatHill, our little journal entry about it calls it Perforation Site 0. The town of FlatHill's position at the nexus of continental-wide telluric and geometric currents made it the perfect place for Gate to commence its first perforation experiments. Their first successful portal experiment took place in 1987 with a briefly stable connection to Antiverse 1. Keeping on with the antiverses, we've got the journal entry for Antiverse 2A, Fire Garden. In accordance with transluminal modeling, Gate's second perforation experiment grounded itself in one of the largest bodies of mass in Antiverse 2, its unfathomably old heart. So, we don't have any real mentions of Antiverse 1 other than that the composers have come from the Antiverse, so kind of strange. Anyways, heading up here, we've got the weather termination, and you can see that all the fog disappears from that. So, kind of nice, as there's some scary guys that spawn in the fog that we didn't see on our first trip to Fire Garden, but we might see later in the future. So here, we're getting ready to head over to manufacturing, but I'm going to put up the journal for the office sector. I believe it's completed at this point. We've got all the maps for it, so I figured I'd just put it up. A lot of this is notes and stuff we've already been over, such as saving Grayson, that forklift operator. Right now I'm just making shortcuts, I guess you could say, for us to head back to office sector, so we have a second entrance at the main floor that looks like we'll have to open up on the other side in the actual sector. So here we are actually entering Manufacturing West. We finally opened up our second sector here in Gate Cascade Facilities. And that sounds like gunfire. Tracer rounds heading at the crane. We'll check in here because despite me having a security pistol, I don't really have ammo to be wasting here. I'm gonna keep pursuing onwards here. We'll head down this very long hallway where it seems like every door is locked, but it looks like we do have somebody here. And another locked door, but that is a-okay. Let's go.
They'll hear you.
Meet Varsha. Ooh. Okay, so these are some of the soldiers that seem to be attacking us, is my best guess. Let's see what she has to say.
At first, I thought it was an accident. Those creatures everywhere. But then, these terrorists came, hunting us. Now I don't know what to believe. What do they want? If I can just get to the blacksmith, he'll know how to get out of here. He's wired into this whole sector, and his forge is a fortress, so he should be safe. I think. I'll open the door for you now, but I'm telling you, they're shooting at anything that moves. Be careful. Maybe the blacksmith knows what happened to Frake and her team. Last I heard, they were down in the mines. Then the radio died, and all this started. The quakes destabilized everything. If the synchrotron down there has been disturbed, it could blow this place sky high. If we survive this, our high-energy research will have been set back months, maybe years. Have you seen Frake? I don't know if she made it out or not. They're hunting us. Why? Who are they? You came from office sector. Is it bad over there? Maybe the blacksmith knows what happened to Frake.
Okay, so it looks like we need to find the blacksmith and Dr. Frake, I guess. Both of them seem to be more in charge here, know what's going on. So we're gonna scoot our way down here and see where we go. Probably gonna be fighting some soldiers now. Open the door. And it looks like we've got cave-ins, so we're definitely not going to be getting out of the facility that way. Nope, nothing in the truck. So, luckily we are reaching a point now where we're going to be getting a lot more materials to start upgrading. So that way we won't be using just these weird makeshift weapons. I feel like manufacturing should have some more heavy-duty stuff. That spotlight. Still gunshots. That spotlight is aiming directly at the crane, so there must be something in there that those soldiers don't like. Probably another one of us. There we go. Open up another door, make this a faster trip back to the office. Let's keep moving onwards. Sounds like somebody... Nope, that's just a dead dude. Okay, that opens that up over there. So I guess... I don't know if I want to head down there. And I broke my leg. Great. Let's see. Please tell me there's a... Can I make a splint? I use this.
I'm over here in the crane. The glass is bulletproof, but these guys don't know the meaning of give up. I keep hearing them talk some kind of code. Whatever. I figure the best thing I can do is distract them, so they don't notice poor suckers like you. I'm guessing you're looking for a way out. But first thing those trigger-happy assholes did was lock down the crossroads. You could push straight through, if you got the guts. Or you could get smart and work your way around them. Head for the garage. Try and touch base with the blacksmith. He ain't going anywhere. I know what I'd do. I'd head for the garage and go from there if I were you. You can't miss it. Just be careful. These guys ain't messing around. I've been listening to their transmission. Military, government, mercs? Who the hell are they? I can't understand half of what they're saying. You need to get a move on. I can't last out here forever.
Alright, so I guess that dude's distracting them. I don't know how long bulletproof glass will last, but let's see. Okay, garage access is this way. No! Oh. Well, now my legs are absolutely broken. That's so annoying. Another locked door. I think this connects to the way I was opening up on the ground floor near that security bot. Okay, let's go see if I can find some wood, because I got enough stuff to build splint. Okay, maybe pallets? Perfect. We're gonna be needing this cement anyways, which actually it can be, we could use it to make some walls in our base if we really want to. But that's not what we want. We want that wood to build a couple splints to fix our busted legs, because I'm not that good with ladders, I guess. There we go. 2 splinted legs are better than 2 broken ones. Somewhat optimistic. Okay, this person was clearly shot to death. Got a couple of those soldiers or mercenaries, whatever that guy in the crane was saying. So we should probably just go through the garage like you were saying to avoid being shot up like that one. And we're getting more recipes, some rebar, that's gonna be much needed. A high-vis vest. It has some decent armor, but I don't want to lose my armor set bonus. Little forklift training video, or poster. Continue ripping pipes off the wall. Good thing we brought our cart so we can just start grabbing as much junk as we can. Well, I guess you can't really say it's junk, considering we're probably going to be using most of this stuff that we're picking up. So, and yikes, they took down a security bot with what looks like very little effort. So these guys mean serious business. Let's keep moving on. Another MRE, that's nice. More food. We'll just go ahead and eat that since I'm not full. Okay, we got a dude in the kitchen. You can hear that radio click off his. Speaking of breaking his radio, we get military electronics. That's probably going to be definitely useful. Hang on, I'm going to store some stuff real quick, and then I think we're just going to have to go for him. But luckily he doesn't really see that we're here, so we got the drop on him for the most part. Bring this a little closer. That looks like a way I could sneak around, but not currently. Grabbing all this stuff. Eat the peas. Alright. Let's go ahead and try and get the drop on this guy. Stab in the back of the head. Journal entry about a current. So I'm guessing that's what this guy is. Nice, okay, that's sweet. We can actually still use a net on him to kind of, I don't know, necessarily distract him as much as it is stun him, which is nice. We got a pistol off of him too, so hopefully I can use that. It's got an arrow on it, so load it. Oh, my guy's not good at reloading, but that's kind of fair. He is a scientist after all. guns aren't my forte, but I can still use them and hopefully put this thing to some good use. Keep pushing this a little forward as we keep advancing. The more I clear out now, the less I'll have to clear out next time, I guess. Get that Luke Goblin out of me. Guess we'll take the nachos. Who knows, maybe I might... Oh, they're radioactive for some reason. I don't know if that's... makes... I've heard some messed up things about, like, the cheese that people put on some nachos. Okay, my aim is wild here, but... I'm gonna have to train it up so my guy isn't so shaky. Do we go in the air vent now? Oh, never mind. Dude, it threaded the needle better than I could through that thing. Okay, out of ammo. Okay. Get netted. Oh. Doesn't care about the net. That is really rough. Jeez Louise, okay. I've just got toasted there. But luckily I got that checkpoint and we're not really far away, so I can go back and get my stuff. When you do die, you do drop not everything. The default, you get to keep your armor and hotbar, so that's gonna be nice. Okay, this guy's already back to hit me. Alright, come on, let's go. Round 2, mother trucker. Oh, he's bleeding. He's bleeding. See, one hit away. One hit away. Gosh. That's a little bit annoying. I'll take this fire extinguisher. Takes up a whole inventory slot, which is redonkulous. So, but, oh well. I want this guy's heart. Yeah. We'll see what else we can get. What goodies do we have here in the garage? Pens that I cannot pick up. Blacksmith gloves. Alright, we'll keep pushing. My cart. Where'd my cart go? Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay. Okay. So I think that's gonna be where we're gonna be calling it for here, as I organize the last of my stuff here. But we will continue pushing on further into Manufacturing West coming up soon. So thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya!